Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Dark Shadows Reviews on Jimmy Master Animatronics, along with.
Peter C. and Hannah.
And today, what I have to review for you is the Gag Studios life-size Scaretaker. Now, he is complete. He's in near mint condition. There's a couple little cosmetic problems with him, which is to be expected with all these gag props. Sadly, none of them really lasted, as opposed in the terms of their paint. A lot of them flaked off, got chipped, and they're just not original because of that, or their fingers are missing. This one has very minor paint scuffs that were kind of patched by me using a paint that was pretty close. So on the leg, down at the bottom, there is a chip on his vest. There's a chip, and then there's a crease on the head that's being held in the hand that I will I will show that. All of it, like I said, was patched up a little bit, and he was missing the battery compartment to the lantern, so I had to kind of just make something up. And it works off of a 9-volt battery right now, and there's a trailer light in there, a trailer marker light to
Thanks, Mike.
give it light. Yeah, this thing was in really great shape, and then Mike put it in a storage unit, and I don't really know
don't put
what
that,
happened.
Mike.
What?
Nothing.
I don't know. I don't know what happened, but that's why he traded it to me. So this is the one that Mike had, and I traded him another life size for this. It was a Captain Spaulding, and they're about of equal value in my opinion, just due to the fact of how rare this guy is, and you don't really ever see him. I think that John Marlin might have had
How does
one
John Marlin tie into like every item somehow?
because he's had like everything. And then John Marlin had one, and he sent it over to somebody else, or they sent it over to him, one of the two. But the detail on this guy is unbelievable. The hair is amazing, and all the gag hair has held up great over the years. They really did use high quality materials on all of their items, just besides the fact that because they're made out of the light polyfoam, the paint over time would come off, or they would break fingers, or just cosmetic stuff would go wrong with them just due to the fact that some of them were abused over the years.
I have a question. Actually, I just noticed this.
What's
Is
that?
the chip in the leg original, or was that
No, that was
enhanced?
from Mike. So I just put black paint over it. It's like a matte black paint. I should have feathered it in better, but I mean, I guess that's all right for now. All these have are vibration motors in them. It's just a little assembly, and they do actually sell them because for those of you that don't know, this company is still around. It just got relaunched pretty much, and they do have a lot of their older items as well as new items that they started making. But this is not one of them that they're reproducing because of the fact that the original molds to most of their items burned down in a fire. So
And this was in that fire, unfortunately.
yeah, this was one that was in that fire. Could it come back eventually? It's a possibility, yes, but the
But it'll never be the
likelihood,
same.
yeah, it won't be the same mold. It won't look identical, and the chances of them even bringing it back are pretty scarce. So he does come apart in multiple pieces. The head
Scarce,
comes,
get it?
yeah, scarce. I get it. The head comes off the hand. The hand comes off. The entire arm with the lantern comes off, and I believe that the hand might come off as well. The torso comes off the legs, and the his actual head comes off of the torso, and they're usually packed with bubble wrap in the box. So their packaging is pretty good. There was one issue I had back in the day with a gag prop where the paint didn't hold up on it in shipping because it wasn't dried, and then it wasn't dried, and they had sent it to me, but they did fix that problem by sending me a touch of paint, and it was fine since then. So this company always backed up all their products, and they still do. If you do need a replacement part, you can contact them, and they will send it to you. But yeah, I'll go ahead with the activation. There isn't really much to him, just because of the fact he just shakes. I do have the audio CD. I sadly don't have anything to play the audio CD with, so maybe at a later date I will make just a demo of him with the audio CD. Okay, so that's pretty much all he does. This is him running on a 9-volt adapter. It doesn't really matter what voltage you put to him. Obviously, I wouldn't put a crazy amount, such
it's
as...
just one motor that spins.
Yeah.
It's like a heavy duty motor, so the voltage, it's not like a Jemmy item where you put like 1 volt too much and it explodes.
Actually, no, believe it or not, this is actually close to a Jemmy motor. It's, I don't have one on hand.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a circuit board is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it doesn't have a circuit board. There's nothing... You can't fry this. The only...
hardwired to the motor.
I wouldn't recommend putting more than 12 volts to it, just because then it would violently shake. And already you can't see it on camera, but if I bend this down a little bit, the base is lifting up. So if you have anything higher... Yeah,
forward.
he's walking. So that's what I was just going to say. They will walk depending on the voltage you put. So if you don't want them to have that much power behind it, you can do 6 volts. I like the 9 because I like the violent shaking. But anything above 12 I would not do on any gag prop. The werewolf and him are really bad, just from my opinion, when it comes to the shaking, just because of how top heavy they are. And this one's really bad because it's not just arms in front of him. He has a heavy lantern, and it is metal, so it's got a little bit of weight behind it. And the arm in the hand holding the head is an extra additional amount of weight that could have been avoided. So they're very top heavy. And also, if you look at him, I'll show in the back here. There is actually a bungee cord that's holding him together, and this is how he comes from the factory. So if you don't have that bungee cord on, he will fall. So it does need to have that. But the one thing that I've always loved about gag props is the eyes.
They're crowned in the center, so
yeah,
they kind of look more realistic.
They're crowned in the center, so they do have the illusion that they are following you. And the camera doesn't pick it up as well as you would in person. But they're high quality replica eyes, and like Peter said, they are crowned, so they do have the illusion that they are following you. And they always have amazing detail with the paint work, with the airbrushing. They did a great job. This whole company really tried to bring high quality movie style props at an affordable cost. But sadly, a lot of the older molds are gone. And one that I've been trying to look for, and I know Peter has too for years, is the Sasquatch. And I don't know...
It's as if the thing just didn't exist. You cannot find anyone who has one.
Nope.
It was on Spirit's site, and it was like $1,200. And
yeah.
I remember reading a review from like one person who did buy it, and they were like, "Oh, such a waste of money, so expensive, and it shook so violently it fell over. I just threw it away." I think they said they threw it out.
Yeah, they didn't set it up properly.
It did not sell well.
No.
And we cannot find anyone who has one. And apparently he's like 8 feet tall, which is like huge.
Yeah,
like he wouldn't fit down here.
No. He is 8 feet tall, though. He's between 7.5 and 8 feet tall.
I'd love to see just a photo of one aside from the stock photo or the video, just like someone who has one, and to see what it looks like, because we don't know. It's like we can't find anyone who bought it or still has it or anything. So.
But yeah, it's pretty much it for this guy. I do have a couple other gag props that I did make a video on a long time ago, such as Chuckles and the Werewolf. But I would like to redo them with the better camera and better lighting. So I'm gonna end this video before he continues to walk, and he's already at the camera. So
one thing I want to add is that head that he's holding. Can't you buy that separately?
No, it's a different one.
To be able to? Or
no,
slightly different.
It is different. It's called Gabby, and then there's Gabby without motion, and then Gabby with motion.
Which is just
it just has it's just a spring jaw, and it has and the other one doesn't have a spring jaw. I have the Gabby head. I don't believe that they use this head with any other item. I think that the only other item that had just a standalone head for a life size was the farmer, or whatever his name was. I'm not too good with all the names on the props. But, yeah, so that's pretty much it for this guy. If you have anything to say about him in the comments, let me know. And if you have him, let me know. I highly doubt a lot of people do. He's pretty hard to get. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I said, I'm going to end this before he gets all the way to the camera.